Hey guys, welcome to Camping with Steve. I built a secret fort underneath of a highway overpass bridge here. It blends in really nicely. Let's go in there and I'll explain how I did this before I give you the tour. The first thing I did was to come out and measure the bridge to see how big I needed to make these platforms. Then I came up with a rough design, trying to keep it as light as possible so that two people could carry it up here. So the next thing I needed to do was match the color of the bridge. I came up with some swatches to try and see what was close, but fortunately there was a loose paint chip on the bridge, so I could bring that in to get a bucket of paint made up that would match exactly. A couple of weeks ago, me and Scott dragged this up here. We set it under the bridge, but it was very apparent that I would be seen. My feet were very obvious. I didn't have a piece of wood here blocking off that side. So we left it all up here. We actually started bringing more stuff up. TV, mattress, it's been set up here like this for a couple of weeks and nobody's noticed anything, so I should be pretty set for tonight. After a couple of weeks of planning, getting more stuff to make sure this was going to go smoothly, today was the day. Scott dropped me off on the side of the highway. I had just a backpack with me and an armful of a couple of other things that I brought up, and we're all set up. There's a few more things I have to do this evening, but we'll do that at our leisure. What I need to do now is hook up the communication so that this TV works, because there's no cell service under here, which is why I got these walkie-talkies so I can talk to Scott. I don't know how far they go. He might be 20 kilometers away right now. Let's test it out. Testing. Okay, well that's useless, but with the internet, that'll solve all those problems. This self-inflating air mattress has been up here for a couple of weeks, so it's pretty full. This will work just fine for me, but I'll get the sleeping bag lofting because it'll take a while to reach its maximum R value for the night, and it's going to be chilly. Shelter's established. That means step 2. More of these seltzer things. This is a lemon lime one. That was loud. So yeah, a lot of these seltzer fruity flavored drinks, they're using experimental fruits like pomegranate, guava. So to find one that's just normal lemon lime, I'm fine with that. This is great. Little studio apartment, central heat. Need that in a little bit. Half bath. Got my power here. This is a little imitation off-brand power bank thing. I think they're all pretty decent these days. Entertainment. I got the communication outside, little Starlink, and nice comfortable bed. We're in business. The sun is going to set in about an hour. It's going to be dark, so this light in here is going to shine out all around there, and also this little seam here, probably down around the ground too. So I've got some tarp and some magnets. I'm going to staple that up around there, and then we should be pretty light proof for the evening. Still pretty busy. The colors I chose blend in pretty good. This is all part of the structure here. So that little turquoisey color that matches the bridge, that turned out perfect. These sheets of plywood that I painted to match the concrete, I grabbed a little chip of concrete and tried to match it at the paint store. It's a little bit off, but anything is better than new sheets of fresh plywood are like neon brown, and that's going to really stand out. So it really blends in good. When the traffic's a little slower, I'll take a peek, but right now, just another hour of daylight, and then we're on stolen time here, guys. We can really relax, walk around, should calm down a little bit. It's starting to cool off, so I'm going to turn the heater on. I got 3 pounds of propane cylinders worth, and I'll have to ration it a little bit tonight, I think. But it should keep me warm. Okay, I'm going to just kind of walk around here because Well, after that car goes past. Okay, let's roll. So yeah, under the bridge here, it's quite a good little situation. There's, of course, people driving all over like crazy. So I'm just gonna hide over here for a little bit. This is what it looks like. It blends in pretty good, I think. Another car, so I'll just get back up under here. Yeah, that worked out perfect, but I can see definitely the light is going to be coming out here around these corners. But the color match was spot on there. I even put a little fake dripping rust pattern on there so it blends in a little bit better. But yeah, this tarp, the black side out with magnets around there, that should provide me with a little bit of more camouflage. Yeah, a lot of cars coming now, so I'm just gonna crawl back in. Starlink. All right. Yeah, that heater makes a huge difference in here. That's just great. Busy down there. I'm going to use my favorite trick, magnets, to hold up this tarp because it's just about dark and I really don't want this light to give away my location. So I'm just going to crawl up here and really going to cut down the light getting out of here. Perfect. The original design for this platform, before we got carried away, was the main platform. It's about the size of a sarcophagus lid, and then there's this panel that flops up and this part that flops down. It was attached together with hinges, but I left that one piece on here. This was the original piece that was supposed to fold down, but it just wasn't big enough. So for a quick deploy, these work great. Just a couple of people to lift it in up between the girders. If I'd measured properly, yeah, flop it down, flop that part up, you're laughing. The space between all these girders down both sides are the same. So if I really needed to move this, I could move it anywhere on this side, but I could also put this thing down, flip it and reverse it and put it on the other side of the bridge. But this works really good because there's a little brush entry point there that really blocks me from the road. This is one of my favorite bridges I've ever camped underneath of because any of the traffic on top above me is really quiet. Despite the stalactites that are coming down from some leaks here and there, overall, this is a pretty sturdy bridge. Now, I've slept under much worse than this. No. All right, it's getting pretty dark outside. So I'm going to take a peek and see if this is blocking out any of our light here. I think I'm going to need to put a little cover over that door. And I'll have to tighten up that part at the top. That I'm not worried about. And the light's on full blast. It won't be that light all night. But that part, yeah, that's a cause for concern. Lit up like a Christmas tree. Maybe something along the bottom there too. I got some tarp. I'll mess with it and see what I can do. Okay, I think that'll solve the problem mostly. I just moved the light so it's not shining right at all those vulnerable points. That part's in the shadow there. This I might have to stuff some camo netting behind, but for the most part, that should be much better. I'll just take a peek here in 1 second. I've turned the light down as low as it'll go, and I can control that with my phone. It's this Lander brand light. It's also a power bank. But let's go outside to see what that looks like. and then I can probably rest easy as long as I keep the lights pretty low. But it is dark out now. Oh yeah. Okay, I know you can't see me, but coast is clear. I don't think anybody driving by is gonna see that. We got a car coming, so I'm gonna get back in there. Just a few pointers when you're camping under a bridge that you want to look out for. This bridge is a very good construction, so it's not an issue. But some bridges are not so good. This one, here you can see it's double nutted where the girder attaches to the pilings. That's good and secure, nothing is squeaking, and you never want to tighten those. If things are squeaking or a little bit loose, you leave it. Actually, find a different bridge. But yeah, you don't want to pull a handyman special on transportation infrastructure. So you can see, like, they poured concrete in here as well behind this other girder, and you know, it's pretty good concrete. I don't hear anything from up there, but yeah, if this was a little bit bigger height-wise, I would be able to actually just set the entire shelter up underneath of here. But unfortunately, I had to do the ground skirting around this because there's just not much room. This is a little less than 2 feet maybe, and I can't live comfortably under that for the evening. So great spots to put stuff, little shelving, magnets hold everything onto the walls that you could ever want. So yeah, that's what there is to it. It was getting a little chilly because there's this open area here, but I put some camo netting there, and that will help hold in the heat. And it gives me a little more camouflage as well. There's nothing wrong with that. I've used about 1 pound of propane. It's probably got a little bit left in it. I'm just leaving it on low for now. I got 2 other pounds of propane, should I need them. But once I'm in that sleeping bag, I should be good and warm tonight. Okay, we're gonna just gonna whip up some quick under the bridge food here. Basic, nice and easy. Olive oil, garlic, cherry tomatoes, artichoke hearts, pepper, put in some chicken breast. It's cooked. White wine. It is actually wine, it just comes in a can. Some broth. Parmesan. A little bit of pasta. Okay. So, good little satisfying under the bridge meal. Doesn't get any better than this, guys. So much better than those little freeze-dried camping meals. Some of them are all right, but for a lot of them, there's a trick to eat them. First of all, you got to be really drunk, and second, don't look at it. Just eat it. But this, I think, is quite pleasing. You know, for throwing together something under a bridge. All done with butane Elaine. Oh, butane Elaine left a stain. Oh, I'm sure that was there before. The downside to camping under a bridge, where you just kind of sit around here, is it's boring. So I put something just out on Instagram now, asking people what they want to see me do under the bridge, to spice things up a little bit, because it's been slow. It's pretty late, you know, it's probably 10 o'clock. 10:34. I'm still good for a couple more hours. So, waiting for the suggestions to come through. In a place like this, when you get a heater going, like, I don't know, I can't tell from looking at certain ones if that's a spider egg sac that's ready to explode with baby spiders, like when the temperature gets warm enough. You gotta be careful with that. All right, so, of course, good and cozy under the bridge. Yeah, I can see my breath a little bit, but I am well equipped with a good sturdy coat, powerful pants. These ones actually have a little inside liner on them. They look like normal jeans, but let me tell you what, makes a difference. So another suggestion I got was to do a video commentary on something with Crazy Neighbor and explain how I met them. I'm not going to do a whole video commentary, obviously, but this was the first video that I filmed with Crazy Neighbor. He was the neighbor across the back alley from me. Real life neighbor. Really genuine good guy. But I think you need a foot per every quarter joule. This is a 1 joule charger, so we got a couple. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just reading the instruction manual. Now, where's... Oh, here, let's get some good old Crazy Neighbor. Just for old time's sake.
Browner?
Can I call you Browner?
Nope.
All right.
You're not further up triple.
His last name was Brown, so his nickname was Browner, but that was only for a select circle. And after a few years, he said, yeah, you can call me Browner. I didn't want to. I just wanted to call him Glenn. And, yeah, that mouse rat thing hanging on there, name is Billy. And it was his idea. He found that in some car from an auction somewhere. And I think he found the hat the same way. It was from cars from an auction. It was just stuff that was left in the cars. So that's where that came from. We had no idea. We were out having the time of our lives. We had no idea that we were building a big YouTube channel. We just were having fun. And that's what it's all about. I feel like a troll under this bridge. I should be charging a troll toll. Alright, I want to go out and look at the stars. There might be northern lights, so that would be cool to see. But we'll check it out. The stars look pretty good in person. I don't know if they showed up on the camera, but I doubt it. Okay. Right on. Just about time to get set up for bed here. Throw a new heater canister in the heater down there. Things are looking okay. Each one of these things on this heater lasts about 3 hours. You can get a little more life out of them after. When they ice up, they just don't work as good, so you gotta warm them back up. But anyway, it's been a pretty cool night so far. I'm just looking at the screen here on the camera, and if I didn't know any better, I would think I was sitting in some living room somewhere. This power bank, I've been using it for the TV and the internet all night. Probably 9 hours worth of it. 6 hours left, 34% battery. So that's not bad for what I'm doing. Okay guys, time to go to sleep under the old bridgeroo. Oh yeah. Now this is not too bad at all, I have to admit. Crawl into this thing and get settled in. This actually does look like a pretty cool loft or studio for being under a bridge, I have to say. Like, I feel like I'm in a house right now. See you guys in the morning.
Oh well, good morning everybody. It's pretty smooth sleep last night. I was warmer than expected. I know that heater turned off in the middle of the night sometime when it ran out of propane, and the sleeping bag did a good job, despite being so ominously thin looking. It's rated to -7 Celsius. Yeah, I think it would have trouble with that, but right around freezing, around 32 Fahrenheit, 0 Celsius, it's pretty good. No complaints there. But I gotta get out of here because I got a fridge getting delivered today, so I gotta be around when that shows up. So probably I'm just gonna take some of the valuables here. I'll leave the TV because those are cheap, but I'll bring the power pack, a few other things, and I'll come back later to take this all down. So let's let the day begin. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be just fine to leave everything here until tomorrow, because it's been here for weeks and nobody has noticed or said anything. I did put up a little bit of a video that I was under a bridge yesterday onto Instagram, but I didn't show the outside of it, so nobody's really going to know where this is, and I have trouble seeing it. We were checking on it if it was still here, like it'd been up for a week, and drove down the highway trying to see, couldn't see it. I thought it got taken down, but it was just blended in so good. I didn't have these bottom parts on yet, so it was just that same color underneath, tucked away in the corner. Nobody's gonna see anything. Okay, so just waiting for a ride. Scott will come pick me up shortly. I'll get out of here, but we'll be back later to take this thing apart, maybe even in the cover of darkness, because we don't want any issues, let alone situations. And it gets pretty quiet in the middle of the night around here, so that's... There's still nobody out there. All right. Yeah. Oh no, the fork down there. Yeah, no, that looks all right. Nobody's gonna see that. But we'll be back to take down later. So hopefully nobody goes in there and steals the TV or the mattress. Oh, it was a little frosty last night too. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, there's the man. Okay, we'll be back in a sec for that stuff. Okay, back under the cover of darkness to get this stuff taken apart. Looks like it's still there. There weren't any problems, but we're gonna go. Yeah, it's the busiest possible time. There was nobody on the road until we started doing this. Oh well. Whole thing comes down pretty quick and easy. Shouldn't people be in bed? There's church tomorrow. Just looks like we're stealing part of the bridge. Nothing to worry about. Okay, we're gonna go on that. Yeah, good idea. That side. It's all been taken down, not a moment too soon. But of course all the traffic stops now. But thanks everybody for watching. Please consider subscribing, and I got a cool one I'm working on next. See you guys later.